Have you ever been in one of those high-stakes moments, a big exam, a tough interview, maybe even just a difficult conversation, and you feel your mind just completely blank out? Well, today, we're going to dive into how you can master the art of calm and actually turn pressure into your biggest advantage.
And this right here, this is the core idea we're unpacking. It's a total game changer. See, we always think pressure is the enemy, right? This external force that's just crushing us. But what if the real problem isn't the pressure at all, but our own internal response to it? What if the real enemy is just that feeling of losing control?
So let's start by digging into what's really going on when we feel that squeeze. Because understanding the source is always the first step to mastering it. And this doesn't just apply to public speaking. It applies to, well, everywhere in life.
Now, there's this powerful saying that just gets right to the heart of how pressure works. And what it translates to is something incredibly important for building that sense of calm. It's this. What this really means is, under pressure, what comes out is whatever you've practiced. Pressure is just an amplifier. It doesn't create some new version of you. It just reveals the real you, your most deeply ingrained habits, for better or for worse. So if you've practiced panic and anxiety, guess what's going to show up? But if you've practiced calm, well, that's what you'll get.
Okay, so if pressure just reveals our habits, we've got to figure out why our go-to habit is so often to just panic. And as we're about to see, it all comes down to a fear of what's coming next.
I mean, it's a huge question, right? If you can figure this out, you can start to rewire your whole response. Why does our brain seem hardwired to just hit the big red alarm button at the first sign of trouble?
And here it is. Here's the answer. Panic isn't some random thing. It's a direct response to your brain focusing on a future it can't predict. And because of that, a future it feels it can't control. Your mind starts racing with all those what-if scenarios, and that feeling of complete helplessness, well, that's what we call panic.
Okay, so we get the problem. Now let's talk about the solution. This is a simple, super practical, 3-step system you can use right in the moment to pull yourself back from the edge and get back that all-important sense of control.
So the key here is the sequence. First things first, you slow your breathing. That calms your nervous system down. Second, you narrow your focus to the immediate present, not the scary future, just what is right in front of you. And third, you take one tiny, manageable action. That single action proves to your brain that you are, in fact, still in control.
Now that 3-step system, that's your emergency toolkit. But to build a really lasting sense of calm, we've got to go deeper. And this brings us to the foundation of genuine composure. It doesn't start in your mind, it starts in your body.
I mean, just look at this contrast. While your mind is spinning out of control about the future, your body can be your anchor. You can consciously choose to slow your breathing. You can literally tell your shoulders to relax. You can maintain eye contact. You can use deliberate, slow movements. Every single one of these physical acts sends a powerful signal right back to your brain that says, hey, we're okay, we're in control here.
So how do we make this stuff permanent? How do we go from using a little trick in the moment to actually building calm as a core part of who we are? Well, this is where the real work and the real reward is waiting.
This is the secret sauce. You can't just expect to be calm in a crisis if you've never actually practiced it. You build calm strength by exposing yourself to small, manageable bits of pressure every single day. This could be something as simple as a cold shower, or making that difficult phone call you've been putting off, or learning a new skill. You are literally training your nervous system to handle stress.
And all of that leads us to maybe the most empowering takeaway of all. Calm isn't something you're either born with or you're not. It's not some kind of magical gift. It is a skill. And just like any other skill, whether it's playing an instrument or learning a language, it can be developed with practice.
So, the final thought is as simple as it gets. Don't wait for the storm to show up. Start training today. Practice that 3-step system. Control your body. Embrace a little daily discomfort. You have to train your calm.
The ability to stay calm under pressure is a skill, and it's one you can start building today. If you want to explore more mental models for improving your life, definitely check out the source for this explainer, Clarity Code. Thanks so much for watching.